Yeah, I'm glad that you guys are doing it with your hands because it's so much gentler, like when you're working on the roots.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with it, huh?
Yeah, because this is not really like wood, it's semi-woody, I guess, like a little harder than tropical papayas, because they're pretty soft, but still very vulnerable and, doesn't take much to scratch it and wound it.
Yeah, there's a hurricane coming to Hawaii right now.
Oh, really?
It's like it rarely hits the Big Island, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a Category 1 storm. It's supposed to drop 8 to 10 inches and up to 25 inches of rain.
That's a lot, even for Hawaii.
Yeah. They got 36 inches in one day.
Huh.
This March.
They can send us some. We can use some.
But it's whenever Hawaii gets storms, it's always sort of a precursor to what happens to California.
So you think we will get rain?
Well, I think if there's these storm patterns in Hawaii, they're likely to hit us later in the year.
And it's also El Nino year, so that's supposed to be especially for Southern California. Doesn't sound bad for us. It sounded like it will be pretty mild with winter and wetter than usual, but not catastrophically.
Yeah. Hopefully not. I live next to Carneros Creek.
Yeah.
And that's the main artery that feeds into Elkhorn.
Yeah.
And it starts at my house and it floods. The Carneros will flood.
Oh.
And then my backyard will be 2 feet underwater.
Oh. Hard to grow anything when it floods.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have fruit trees. I have plums and persimmons and just fruit apples and grapes.
Mm-hmm.
We had an old 100-year-old apple tree.
Is this papaya?
Looks like it could be ugly papaya because the leaves look different, right? I can't see very well.
It's tiny.
Yeah. Well, it was probably growing in a dry spot, so.
That's a papaya? Yeah. Houseplant papaya.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had this Gravenstein. It was planted in the 1850s. About the size of this oak tree.
Uh-huh.
It was 40 feet tall, 40 feet wide. The trunk was like this.
Whoa.
I had to climb a 20-foot ladder just to get not even halfway up the tree.
And you guys were picking fruits by hand or waiting until they drop?
I could not reach the top of the tree.
Huh.
But then it flooded one year and then the tree finally
Gave in.
yeah, but it was an old tree. It was the biggest apple tree I've ever seen.
Huh. Yeah, East Coast has some of those really old trees.
Yeah, it was planted in the 1850s probably.
Mm-hmm. They don't live forever, so the apple trees have their expiration date too.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, Europe has some, because originally it comes like from Caucasus Mountains. I think that's what the apples are, and
Yep.
they still have lots of original varieties growing wild.
Yeah.
So
The red apples. I have this one apple called it's a crab apple. It's a Wixon crab.
uh-huh.
I got it from the Scion Exchange like 20 years ago. Yeah, it was a while back. But it's a large crab apple, and it tastes like a Honeycrisp. It's really crispy, never gets mealy.
Mm-hmm.
It stays crisp like forever. It's a really good apple.
Have you ever tried heirloom varieties in Europe?
No.
There's so many of them. Same thing with like plums, pears. There's gazillion, because that's where they come from. So
Yeah.
they were developed over centuries or millennia. So there's just so many of them.
Yeah.
And way better than like standard, varieties that you get in a store. So
Cosmic Crisp or the Honeycrisp.
yeah.
Tony, should I grab the tree and like bring it this way maybe?
We'll probably crack the roots if we do that. We're gonna have to like.
I'll try to get as much as possible. They heal faster if the wound is smaller.
Yeah, I didn't want to cut it too high because we're getting down to where it's about 2 to 3 inches in caliper.
That's interesting how it's so dry, it's so deep. It's
Yeah.
and they're still alive, and growing leaves and fruits.
No, this is probably just full of water in here.
Yeah. Yep.
All this is just water storage.
Mm-hmm. Well, they grow often on like rocky slopes, like ocean slopes in Chile and Peru.
Mm-hmm.
So I bet they only have very seasonal rain, so they store water for later.
Yeah, we used to cut them open when we were young kids, and there would just be an open pond, and the mosquitoes would go in there, and the mosquitoes would live in the center of the papaya.
Could you drink that juice or this sap?
I tried it. It's very milky and kind of
Not pleasant.
no.
Maybe if you boiled it.
Yeah. Now there's a dish they would use green papayas for,
For salads, like Thai salad.
yeah,
Yeah.
soup. It was a chicken papaya soup.
Oh.
And you eat it like a potato, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
Well. Do you grow chayote?
Yes.
Because that's also like traditionally used in chicken soup.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like potato veggie.
Very similar to the,
Yeah.
the green papaya. How about moringa? Have you done moringa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not too crazy about the flavor,
No, it
but
doesn't taste great.
have you tried? There's this beef onion plant from China.
Ah.
It tastes kind of like well, beef onion,
Oh.
or like what do you call those, like soups that you buy in a package? You know, spaghetti or whatever, not like Asian soups.
Oh, yeah. The instant noodle ramen.
Yeah, ramen soups. Yeah, that's how it tastes to me. But they sell like whole fresh stocks in Chinese markets for lots of money. They grow very fast. Yep.
So many exotic fruits and vegetables.
And we're fortunate we have climate that most of them can grow. So that's the best part.
These things are deep in there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun trying to dig a hole for this thing.
Well, but that gives you a good reason to put some sand and good soil
Yeah.
in each hole. We have, you know,
We have no
Plenty.
shortage of sand,
yeah.
but it's just in certain areas it's heavy clay.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like the soil was like this, like blue,
Yeah.
like very blue.
Yeah.
Almost there. Yeah, this one's good because it's really heavy.
This root's like going over here.